everyone, welcome back to my channel EduPath Class 10. In this video lecture, we will cover transportation in human beings and excretion in human beings. So let's get started. But before getting started, I want to ask you to subscribe my channel and please like and comment my videos regularly. So, transportation in human beings. Transportation in human beings is carried out by a system of circulatory organs known as circulatory system. The circulatory system is an organ system that circulates and transports nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones and blood cells to form other cells in the body. Also, it is called as cardiovascular system or vascular system. It contains two types: blood circular system and lymphatic system. Blood circular system have blood, vessels and heart. Vessels are of three types: capillaries, arteries and veins. And blood have three components: plasma, platelets and blood cells. So what is blood? This is a structure of blood. In this you can see red blood cell, blood vessels, white blood cell, plasma and platelets. Now what is blood? It is a red color fluid connective tissue and it is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. The function of blood is to transport oxygen and nutrient to lungs and tissues, transport carbon dioxide and waste to the lungs throughout of the body, and forming blood clots to prevent excess blood loss, carrying cells and antibodies, and many more. What is plasma? Now, first of all, we should know that in our blood, 55% is the plasma, 1% is the white blood cells and platelets, and 44% are the RBCs. So, now, what are plasmas? It is straw-colored fluid part of the body. It acts as a medium in which blood are suspended. Plasma is 92% water, and content of the remaining 8% includes carbon dioxide, hormones, proteins, fats, vitamins, salts, glucose, etc. Blood cells or corpuscles. First is the red blood cells. It is also known as erythrocytes. Shape is flattened disc. Function is to transport oxygen and lifespan is 4 months. Now white blood cell, also it have types: monocytes, lymphocyte, basophil, neutrophil and eosinophil. The shape is irregular and their function is to protect us against illness and diseases. Think of white blood cells as your immunity cells, and then the lifespan is 13 to 20 days. Now blood platelets. Platelets, also called as thrombocytes, are a component of a blood, and its function is to react to bleeding from blood vessels injury by clumping, thereby initiating a blood clot. Platelets have no cell nucleus. They are fragment of cytoplasm, and to avoid blood loss during an injury, they circulate around the body and plug these leaks by helping to clot the blood at these point of injury. This is a type of platelets. Now blood vessels. Blood vessels are tubes or pipes through which the blood flows. Comparison of different types of blood vessels. There are mainly three types of blood vessels: artery, veins and capillaries. Arteries are thick muscular and elastic wall, have elastic wall, and they are not permeable, and they have small lumen. They have no valve, and their cross section is circular, and the color is red, and the pressure of the blood in arteries is high, and they transport blood from hearts to organs. And in vein, the wall is thin and less muscular. They are not permeable, and they have large lumen. They have valves, and we can see it in oval cross section, and color is bluish red. And vein have low blood pressure, and they transport blood from organs to heart. And last one is capillaries. It have one cell thick and no muscles or elastic tissues, and yes, they are permeable. They have very small lumen, and they don't have any valve, and the color is bluish red, and they have very slow rate of blood flow, and they transport blood from arteries to veins. Now human heart. Human heart is a muscular organ, and the size is as big as a fist, and the sheet of pericardium protects the muscular heart. It has 4 chambers to prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. two arteries left and right and two ventricles left and right. Atria are upper chamber of the heart and ventricles are the lower chamber of heart. Atria are thin-walled and ventricles are thick-walled. Atria are receiving chambers and ventricle are distributing chambers. Now what is double circulation? In the human body, blood circulates through heart twice. Once it goes through the heart during pulmonary circulation and second time during system circulation. Pulmonary circulation, it transports deoxygenated blood to the lungs to absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide. The oxygenated blood then flows back to the heart, and in systematic circulation it moves oxygenated blood from heart and the rest of the body. Step 1 is oxygen rich blood from lungs come to the left atrium, it relaxes. Then step 2 is left atrium then contracts while the next chamber, the left ventricle, expands so that the blood is transferred to left ventricle. Step 3, left ventricle contracts to pump out the blood into the body, and step 4 is in return deoxygenated blood having CO2 comes to the right atrium which expands. When right atrium expands, blood reaches to the right ventricle which pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation. So the heart has 4 valves, one for each chamber. The mitral and the tricuspid valve are located between the atria and ventricles. You can see in this figure, I have marked it. And the aortic valve and pulmonic valve are located between the ventricles and the major blood vessels leaving the heart. You can see in this figure. Amphibians or many reptiles have 3-chamber hearts and tolerate some mixing. Fishes have only 2 chambers to their hearts and the blood is pumped to the gills. Then what is blood pressure? The pressure at which the bulb is pumped against the wall of a vessel is known as blood pressure. Instrument is to measure is the sphygmomanometer, and the pressure is much greater in arteries than in veins. And SI unit is mm of Hg. Hg means mercury. Systolic blood pressure is the 120 is the peak pressure produced by the contracting ventricles. Diastolic pressure 80 the pressure in your arteries when the ventricles are released. High blood pressure is also known as hypertension. It is caused by the constriction of arterioles and can lead to internal bleeding. Lymphatic system. Lymph. There is another type of fluid also known as transportation. In transportation, this is called as lymph or tissue fluid. Through the pores present in the walls of capillaries, some amount of plasma proteins and blood cells escape into intercellular spaces in the tissue to form the tissue fluid or lymph. It is similar to the plasma of blood but colorless and contain less protein. Function of the lymph is to produce white blood cell, maintain balance between tissue fluids and blood, absorption of fatty acids and subsequent transport of fat, removal of excess fluid from body tissues. Then what is excretion? Process of removal of harmful nitrogenous phase is known as excretion. In unicellular, remove these waste by simple diffusion from the body surface into the surrounding water. Multicellular have the special organs to perform excretion, example nephridia and earthworm, kidneys in birds and humans. Excretory system are pairs of kidneys and ureters, urinary bladder, urethra, and you can see it all in the figure. Kidneys, right kidney, left kidney and interior vena cava, they are main excretory system of the body. Kidneys are the main excretory system. Okay, each kidney have numbers of nephrons, and the function of kidneys to regulation of osmolarity, regulation of pH and regulation of iron concentration and hormone secretion. Nephron is the function unit of kidney. It has 2 parts, renal corpuscles and renal tubule. Renal corpuscle is the initial filtering component. It further divided into Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. Bowman's capsule is a cup-shaped part which surrounds the glomerulus. Glomerulus is the network known as a tuft of filtering capillaries located in Bowman's capsule. This you can see. Glomerulus, promixule, PCT, Bowman's capsule, efferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. Now next is renal tubule. The renal tubule is a long and convoluted structure that emerges from the glomerulus. It has 3 parts: PCT, proximate convoluted tubule, site of maximum Reabsorption, loop of Henle, U-shaped, DCT, distal convoluted tubule, last part of the nephron. This is Bowman capsule, this is PCT, this is loop of Henle, this is DCT, and this is collecting tubule. Bowman's capsule function is through ultrafiltration. This you please take the screenshot of it. It will be good for you all. Okay. Urine formation takes Urine formation takes place in kidneys and nephrons. Kidneys have thousands of nephrons. Each nephron performs glomerular filtration, reabsorption, secretion. Glomerular filtration occurs in glomerulus. This process occurs across three layers: epithelium of Bowman's capsule, endothelium of glomerular blood vessels, and a membrane between these two layers. This process is known as ultrafiltration. Reabsorption: glomerular filtrate enters the tubule, where essential substances such as glucose, amino acids, salts, and a major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flow along the body. Tubular secretion: when the filtrate goes to the distal part, urea, potassium ion, and some hydrogen ions are secreted in the form of urine. This helps in osmoregulation. The urine forming in each kidney eventually enters a long tube, the ureter, which connects the kidneys with the urinary bladder. Urine is stored in the urinary bladder until the pressure of the expanded bladder leads to the urge to pass it throughout the urethra. The bladder is the muscular, so it nervous is controlled, and we can thus control the urge to urinate. Please take the screenshot of it. It is also in your NCERT. Now, excretion in plants. Gaseous waste products are such as CO2 and water vapors. They are excreted through stomata and lenticels. Liquid waste products can get rid of excess of water by transpiration. Many plant waste products are stored in cellular vacuoles. Waste products may be stored in leaves that fall off. Other waste products are stored as resins and gums, especially in old xylem. Plants also secrete some waste substance into the soil around them. Gum you can see, and these old leaves, loss of water, transpiration. Now your homework question is, what is osmoregulation? If you know the answer, please comment it. This much for today. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like this video and like other videos too. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe my channel too.